What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 44 of our Brentford career mode, and today we are going to finish off the calendar year. We've got Newcastle in the league, Leeds in the league, and then Northampton Town, I believe that is, in the FA Cup. So we're going to get through that, and the next episode will be into the January window where we need to at least sell somebody to sign Rico Henry to a contract. That's just something that has to happen. But we're also at a point in the season where we may start skipping through a couple games here and there, mainly because here we are in 9th. We are 11 points off 7th, so we're not really going to get up into that area. We'll see, but we're not really going to get up into that area. And we're also 7 points and 8 teams in between us, between there and the relegation zone. So if it's one of those seasons where we're going to finish mid-table, we don't need to necessarily play every single game. We're going to get through these 3 and kind of see how it goes over the next couple episodes, but if that's what ends up happening, then we're not going to necessarily go ahead and play the entire season. But let's jump into this game here against Newcastle. Beat them earlier on in the season. Late goal in the cup as well, so we have 2 wins over Newcastle. We're going to make Guehi start, and we're also going to let Mitchell have a go. Gilmore can come onto the starting lineup. We're going to start him today. The thing about Gilmore is that we really need him to stay. Because Chelsea were threatening his loan a little bit there, and hopefully that does not become a huge issue. But everything else looks pretty good. I'm also going to give Harvey Elliott the start at right wing. So let's jump into this. Brentford, Newcastle. Let's go. It's Bryant back inside. Wilson, I've stepped over with the wrong guy here. And Wilson's going to get through on goal, isn't he? And that's a massive save from Rajkovic as well. Stepped over with the wrong guy there, and it just left that gap for Callum Wilson to run into. And we get a little bit lucky there that his touch is just a bit heavy as that gets slid out to Mbolo. I was hoping Ali Seda made that run into that gap. It didn't quite work out. Tight angle for a shot. Decent opportunity at both ends. Nicely done here. Space down the middle. How'd we not get a touch on that? It's flicked across there, and that's a good hit. Almiron smashing that on the half volley. Rajkovic in the way to make a decent save there. And that's a good ball across to Bryant. Back in there to Mitchell. And now we can move forward here. And there's a good run being made by Mbolo. Steps inside really nicely, and he goes for goal. And a little bit too straight as it's pushed away out for a corner, but that gets the crowd rolling a little bit because we haven't done anything all game long. Here's Ali Seda. Cuts back inside, finds Elliott, and it's back into Jolis. That's an excellent turn. Couldn't quite get all the way past the defender, though. Nice play. Can't let him turn in there. Oh, I thought we stepped in that direction there. We got a foot on that. It's not enough, though. Oh, and I've opened it up. 1-0. God. Man, it's those little situations where you can't get the ball off them, and you get a little frustrated. You chase one time too many, and we've done it there as Schick gives Newcastle a 1-0 lead. That's silly from us. The problem there, I mean, we're being patient. We're holding off play. First of all, the midfielders aren't coming back to help, which I know it is what it is, but we have 3 players there and 2 center backs to mark. And every time we step off with the defender, or every time we move on to a defender, the other one steps off. And it's not that they're just stepping off, as Pereira misses the target there unbelievably. But it's not like when we switch off one of the center backs, the other one keeps his place. He doesn't. He backs off and almost invites him into the penalty box, and it almost forces you to chase a little bit. And that's just one of those problems that we're dealing with right now. But you gotta be patient as well, as that comes across there, and he's almost managed to... He has scored. Look at this clearance from Guehi, man. It was just a pass out. It was just a pass out as Josh Sargent scores for Newcastle. Look at this pass out. This is unbelievable. This is the second time in this save that this has happened to us. Comes across. It's on him here. And look at that. That's so bad. That is so dreadful. Look at that. And all hope of anything from this game is completely gone. I mean, what do we do? What do you do in that situation? There's nothing we can do. And that Pereira miss. I mean, what a ridiculous 10 minutes we've just had. What is going on with the passing? Look at that from Mitchell. How come everybody's just mishandling the passes? Sargent's on it. It's a good save from Rajkovic, though Sargent, if he gets a better touch on that, it's a goal. Why are the passes all of a sudden dreadful? My goodness. So that comes out to Mbolos. One more out to Jolis. Jolis is onside. I thought for a moment he wasn't, as that gets slid across and gets blocked away as we enter added time. I mean, that is the most ridiculous 20 minutes I think I've been a part of here at Brentford. It was just computer mistake after computer mistake. I can't sometimes. Sometimes the game is just absolutely ridiculous. But that's a good flick on as Embolo gets it back here. And we could have grabbed a point as that finds the back of the net, but we're not gonna, because Guehi's scuff in our own box has given them a second goal. That's a lovely flick there by Matondo. And it's a good finish as well from him, but too little too late. Ridiculous end of that game. Unbelievable. You just gotta, sometimes you just gotta laugh, put that away, move on. Crazy. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, we move on into Leeds. Hopefully we can bounce back after that loss at home right there. Only a 3-day turnaround here, so we kind of want, or we're going to need to rotate a little bit as a player has been unsettled in the Ewan Pryor. We're going to go take a look at him in the youth team. Now, there's a couple of players here that I've been waiting. Actually, this is the first one so far. I've been kind of waiting for it to happen in terms of players who want to come out. This is Ethan Pryor. He plays left back. We're going to go ahead and promote him. Why not? But it just is. As you can see, we have 2K budget. I mean, we have no budget. If another player gets unsettled like it just happened there, is DeLuca. Oh boy, this is about to become a huge problem. Promote to senior team. Okay, so DeLuca's been promoted to the senior team without causing problems. Our finances is about to be a big problem. What has that done to our finances? What does it cost to bring them up? Oh, nothing. We're not changing their contract, are we? We're just bringing them up. Okay, so we're still on 2K, but it's going to be problematic. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring DeLuca up, because I want him to be like a backup. Like I want him to play like at the weekend, I suppose. And Pryor, I want him to come up just so we know he's there. But he's going to he's going to have to go out on loan, I guess. So let's go to the squad hub here and get him a loan. We're going to add him to the transfer list. I imagine his deal ends soon. Oh, so I guess not. A year and 7 months, maybe. Henry's deal ends soon. We need to get him a deal. And Pryor, we're going to add to the loan. Let's see if we can get him a move out and get him some development time, because the other left back in there is the one I'm actually very much interested in. But let's jump into this game here against Leeds. We're going to have to make a couple of changes. Team management here. Not too many changes, I don't think. Max Aarons is going to have to come out for Vage. And then that might be it. Yeah, that's probably it. I guess everyone's still pretty fit, which is good. We're going to give Pereira a start, though. It's been a while, and Ali Said hasn't been exactly lighting it up as of late. So let's jump into this. Leeds Brentford. Let's go. It's Henry. A lot of space out here for Jolis, and Henry's getting set to make the run. Does manage to pull that player a little bit as that comes into De Silva, and there's Mbolo now making a great run. It's a great pass, and what a save. Is that Meslier in goal? That is a really, really good save. Should be scoring, but not quite happening there. That is a big, big opportunity early. Pereira, one more. Mbolo, can we get another opportunity? I mean, as Jolis races into the box and keeps on rolling here and eventually gets caught up, and the ball ends up being cleared. So we're going to pick it up here with De Silva, who just holds off his man. And that's a decent ball out there to Jolis, who steps back inside, just looking for a little bit of help. Kind of makes his own space and goes for goal. Forces a decent save at the near post there. So the ball gets clipped in on the corner and then headed well over. Nicely done. Oh, that's a really good flick out there. He just gets to that. Trying to maneuver himself across in. So we're holding the defending off. He's managed to turn in there. There's a man in the middle. What a save. What a block. As that guy had a free shot at goal. If that block doesn't come in, it's 1-0 to Leeds. That is a massive, massive block. As that comes out to Mbolo now as we look to counter. And Mbolo's touch inside is not ideal for us, but big opportunity for Leeds there. It's Caceres. Decent ball to Pereira here. Out there to Bryant. And that's a good ball out there. And it's Mbolo. Oh, it's a dreadful effort. That is a really, really poor effort there from Mbolo. Really poor effort. He's got to be scoring that. And we also, you know, I'm just realizing that we've turned on in our sliders. We can actually, we actually don't think we can look at them in-game. As you might be able to... Oh, we can look at them in-game. So if we go to user, shot error has been put up 15 points, 14 points. It's problematic, and it seems to cause a decent amount of problems because we've been missing a lot of chances, but I didn't think about that until just this moment. That gets played out wide. Leeds are stretching our defense quite a bit. That's a really, really stupid run from me, but they're stretching our defense quite a bit. They get out wide, and then we get toward the byline, and then, as you know, the midfielders don't really come back. We might have to do something about that in the tactic at some point, but there's a good ball out here to Mbolo, and it's Mbolo this time, and he scored. Finally put one of them chances away, and we've taken the lead here. 1-0, and the big Swiss striker finally finds the back of the net. He's had a chance or two today. And 41 minutes into the game, we find a goal. It's a decent run there from Mbolo, who kind of sent the center back the wrong way before cutting back inside. And then he just kind of slams it past the goalkeeper. That hits a divot or something there as it takes a bounce. I thought the goalkeeper got a touch to it originally, but it's just hit a divot after the fact. But either way, we have taken a 1-0 lead. Nicely done. Good play here, as that's a lovely clip ball back post. Oh, and he scored. That was a really lovely ball in. Slams it near post there, but this is a really, really nice pass out to him. It's just floated into him here. Step up and you wonder about Rajkovic saving that at the near post, but man, that is a lovely, lovely pass, and Leeds level it up. Bit of space out wide, but it doesn't come that way. It's a nice step in front. Jolie slides it forward to Mbolo, and Mbolo's going to drag this forward. Pereira making a decent run, but there's space out wide, and Jolie takes that down brilliantly. And it's Jolie. Oh, good save, and we can't quite get to the rebound. Oh, I thought for a moment, it's Martin in goal. I thought for a moment we had a shot there to put it into the back of the net on the rebound. Nice ball through the middle here. Caceres is going to chase Rodrigo. Nice step inside. Oh, and Teze stepped over too much. Man, 2-1 to Leeds. We cannot. Oh, the second you're out of position, you get beat. And, oh, Teze's just stepped over. As simple as that. Look at that. Gets slipped over. And look, he's just gone over there, hasn't he? And it left all the space in the world right in the middle for him to pick his spot. 2-1 to Leeds. This has not been great. Good ball here to Rafinha. Let's clip back in. Can we get the header on? No, we cannot. And the effort is not great. He had time probably to take a touch into the box there. Gets played out to Kamara, and Kamara can bring this forward now. And now there's space for Kamara to run into. You can slide that to Mbolo, and Mbolo's turn is nice. Comes out there to Matondo now. Matondo cuts back inside, and he's done very well. He's getting across the formation. It slides out there to Ali Seda. And Ali Seda can slide it in there to Mbuemo. It's 2-2. With a minute to go here, we've leveled it. Lovely football. And that is what we needed. We deserved at least a point out of this game. To leave with nothing would have been a travesty. But it's good stuff. Matondo goes all the way across. It's a nice touch in there, and that's what we needed. That's what Leeds have been doing to us. See, that fullback went to cover, I believe, Ali Seda at the back post there, and he dragged the line back, and Mbuemo stood in the gap. They've been doing that a lot to us today. We finally got it done to them and scored a goal. There's only 2 minutes added on here. Is there going to be anything from anybody? As Leeds just kind of play around at the back, and they don't want to lose anything by the looks of it, though. Now they come forward, and then the whistle goes. 2-2 the final. I suppose we'll take the point, though. That second goal, always going to be a problem for us. And it is there. 2-2. And, you know, we stay probably mid-table there, but 1 point from those 2 games is not exactly where we wanted to be after today, but, you know, it is what it is, and we'll end up seeing how this goes, as Romero's a bit surprised that he has been put on the block there, but DeLuca wanted to come up, and, you know, it is what it is. Can't guarantee you game time, Romero. Pryor happy to go ahead and get his loan move. But here we are. We're going to jump into it. Northampton and Brentford. FA Cup. We need to make a run in something. We need to get something out of this season. We don't want it to just be just this huge blank. We are going to rotate, but I would like to go somewhere in the FA Cup as Matondo comes in. Elliott. We're going to swap the whole front 11 here. Guehi. Pinnock. Gilmore can have a go. Pereira. Kamara would like to play. Put him there. Left back, Henry. Right back, we'll go with Nguyamsa for today. And for goalkeeper, we're going to go ahead with the new kid. 60 overall, so this could be problematic the way this has gone so far this season. But, you know, we'll see. We're also going to bring Powell onto the bench ahead of Ali Seda. De Silva will bring onto the bench as well. Probably ahead of Mbolo. Vage. We'll bring Pryor on, though. You know, we'll see if he even gets on the pitch. Let's jump into this. Brentford, Northampton. Let's go. Played across here. Smith. Can't quite get a tackle on it. Just doing that ridiculous pullback stuff as he tries to roll into the box. The turn's excellent. It's 1-0. Come on. This is Northampton. These players are not doing this. 1-0. There are boos here, rightfully so. I mean, We can't get anything going. We cannot get anything going anywhere. Rolls in and, just cuts it back just as we get there. It's the cutbacks. They kill me. Pressing B in that situation. I hear a lot to just tackle more, but tackling in that particular situation is a penalty almost every time, and it's just one of those things. You're just going to have to stay in front and hope that they mess up, which they very rarely do. Smith. Oh, come on. Nice play across. Getting more turns. I mean, come on. You got to be able to win it. And he stood back up. I brought him to the floor, and he stood back up and got back to the ball before we did, and we were standing right next to it, man. Oh, my God. We are going to get into halftime, losing this game as this comes into a nice spot, though. It might be a second here for Northampton. But we do manage to nick it there, and it will be halftime. Absolutely dreadful. Gilmore. Nice play out there to Kamara now. And Kamara can slide it forward here, and Balogun is onside. It's a decent touch from Balogun. It's in the back of the net. I thought he hit that too weakly to beat the goalkeeper there, but he has beat him at the near post. That is not good goalkeeping, but we will go ahead and take it as we level it up here to start the second half. It's a nice start. Just needed to come out and get something going. We do there, but it's not good goalkeeping. Slides out to Balogun here, takes the touch, and then he goes for goal. It's not a well-hit ball. It goes right by his foot. It's not good goalkeeping, but 1-1 on 48 minutes. Gilmore can push into midfield. Sees a good ball to Balogun, who's on it here. And Balogun's moving into the middle. That's a great ball from Balogun. It's Matondo. He scored. And all of a sudden, we've woken up. 2 quick-fire goals to start the second half. 2 good balls to Balogun this time, though. But instead of scoring, Balogun waits for the run around his back. And a perfect pass into that space. And Matondo gives us a 2-1 lead. It's nice to score goals, isn't it? Balogun does well. The pass is perfect. Just leaves it there. It's poor goalkeeping again. That's really close to him. Matondo should... I mean, the goalkeeper should have no chance there. He really should have saved it, but we'll take it. 2-1. Pinnock. Nice play through the middle here. It's Kamara. And Kamara sees that run from Balogun. It's brilliant from him. And Balogun can slide it across. It's 3-1. That is an Embolo-type run from Balogun. They've definitely been working on it in training by the looks of it as Pereira taps in at the back post. But once again, Balogun heavily involved, and it's his runs that are stretching the defense at the moment as he slides that across for his second assist of the game. Lovely football again. It's 3-1, and we've got ourselves a gap. Nicely taken down. One more. Elliott does well to hold it off there and gets it out there to Pereira. And Pereira slides it out there to Nguyamsa. Not the quickest, but he gets into the box. It's a nice turn from Balogun. And Balogun looking to get away here. Slides it out there to Elliott. Nice cutback inside from Elliott. And it's Elliott. Oh, he smashed the corner of the post and the bar. Oh, really, really good effort there from Harvey. Just could not quite finish it. That's a good ball there to Balogun, and there's a ton of space for him, but I believe there's a player over here. Yes, there is. There's a plunge through the middle here from Gilmore, and it's Gilmore. It's 4. Balogun. That one wasn't necessarily spectacular or anything, but he's got 3 assists on the day and a goal. Very, very heavily involved as Gilmore grabs a goal, but he's got all the time in the world, Balogun, to find this pass, wait for it. Gilmore made the run, made the finish, 4-1. Nice pass in there. And, I've stepped up. 4-2. It's not going to change the result, hopefully, but this is what happens. At the second you overcommit, you are beaten. And it's happened again there as they celebrate another goal, but it's not going to mean too much. But here we are. We kind of just step up here, and There it is. Easy as that. You have to be ultra disciplined, and that's not normally the way I defend. I like to kind of push players up and try and force mistakes and things like that. It just doesn't happen. Or it just causes problems at this level, if anything, but, you know, we're slowly getting to that point where the discipline is a little bit better, hopefully, but it'll never really be 100% gone, as that gets played all the way out of play. And with 3 minutes added on, we are going to move into the next round. As I said, I want to do well in this tournament. We got to have something to play for this year other than not being relegated. But, you know, I'm not forced to go ahead and push tired players and stuff in this tournament or anything like that. So it's just kind of a balancing act, as is, you know, every single season and every single competition. But we get the win, 4-2. Crowd goes wild because we've actually scored some goals today and because we've actually won a game today. And we are going to move on in the FA Cup. Now, I need to change the formation. That is not going to happen right now. It's going to happen at the beginning of next episode. So we'll see, you know, how that goes. But we need to change something defensively. There just aren't enough players there. We can't even take risks defensively. We kind of just let teams pass around from the 16 to 18 yard area, and we can't really do anything about it. So we have to do something there. We'll see what happens, as Kamara is happy that we played him. We've got a youth. We'll take a look at our youth squad right now. I'm waiting for a couple of these players to ask for call-ups to the first team. Rowe, Seymour, Nelson, someone I want to call up. Seymour is someone I kind of want to call up as well. So, you know, there are a lot of good players here that are coming through. We'll see if they work their way into the first team sooner rather than later. But we had, you know, Luca play. DeLuca in goal. He grabbed himself a game. He'll probably grab himself a game in the next game. But, you know, hopefully we can get him some game time as well and grow him, you know, how we want. He's got a pretty high potential, and hopefully he can reach that. Next episode, we may just do 2 games. We may do Southampton and Wolves, and then take a look at our I would like to spend the next 2 episodes and just get through January, so we can do like two games, and, you know, our our tactic and stuff like that, and then we can do 2 more games and deadline day and stuff like that. We'll see, but we'll get 2 games in next episode, guys. But that is going to be it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, and peace.